If Jesus were choosing his 12 disciples today, he wouldn't scroll LinkedIn. He'd walk past the influencers, the millionaires, and call the ones no one noticed. Let's see how it all began. Imagine this. The Son of God himself walks the dusty roads of Galilee, searching for a team that would change the world. No resumes, no titles, just hearts willing to follow. He didn't choose the perfect. He chose the willing. Simon, Peter, and Andrew, ordinary fishermen. But when Jesus said, "Follow me," they dropped everything. They didn't know where he was leading, but they knew who was calling. Then came James and John, the sons of thunder, passionate, bold, hot-headed. They left not only their nets but their family, because when God calls, comfort must stay behind. Matthew, rich but hated, a man who sold his soul for silver. And yet Jesus says, "Follow me." When grace calls your name, gold no longer matters. Philip, a quiet believer. The moment he meets Jesus, he runs to tell his friend Nathanael. Nathanael doubts. Can anything good come from Nazareth? Faith often begins with doubt, but ends with awe. Thomas, the thinker, the doubter. But Jesus never turned him away. Because honest questions don't scare God. They draw you closer. Simon the Zealot, a fighter who dreamed of overthrowing Rome. But Jesus didn't call him to start a war. He called him to change the world through love. Matthew worked for Rome. Simon wanted to burn Rome. That must have been an interesting first prayer meeting. James the less, quiet, humble, faithful, not famous, but deeply loyal. Thaddeus, the encourager, the one who asked, "Lord, how will you show yourself to the world? Those who love me will see me." And finally, Judas Iscariot, the one Jesus knew would betray him. Yet even knowing the end, Jesus still called him, because grace gives every heart a chance. 12 names, 12 stories, 12 imperfect men called by a perfect Savior. Peter had a temper, James and John had pride, Matthew was greedy, Thomas doubted, Simon rebelled, Judas betrayed, and yet Jesus said, "Follow me." He didn't choose them for who they were, but for who they would become. So if Jesus called today, would you drop your phone or say, "Hold up, Lord, let me finish my Netflix first"? Comment below, which disciple do you relate to most? And if you drop your net for Jesus today, hit like so hard it parts the algorithm like the Red Sea. Because in the end, he doesn't call the perfect, he calls the willing.